Today we're going to do a quick tour of the Trezor hardware wallet. The hardware wallet is a small USB device. You can check that out at trezor.io. And then the client software is actually run through a browser. You can find that at wallet.trezor.io. I'm going to plug in my device. You'll see it recognize the device and ask me for my PIN. Trezor is chock full of cool security features. So how the PIN is handled, what the passphrase is, and what the seed, which we're not going to talk about at all in this particular video, what those things are well worth reading about and understanding. It's got some really, really cool security features. This is asking me for my passphrase. By default, a passphrase is not configured. This is a special feature that you need to enable if you want to use it. By default, you will not see the screen. And now we have the basic wallet screen loaded. This is a list of the coins that the Trezor can contain. We're not going to go through the whole list here, but I will show you through Bitcoin today. The other major coin that I will be making a video about is Ethereum. Ethereum, if you click on it, instead of just switching wallets, will open this dialog to tell you instead of wallet.trezor.io, you have to use different software. So you use myetherwallet.com, and you can click here to jump to that. I'll cover that in a different video. For now, let's focus on Bitcoin. So here's your balance, current balance, some stats about Bitcoin, recent transactions in your wallet. This graph shows the change in value of your Bitcoin wallet over time. And down at the bottom is your transaction history. If you want to send Bitcoin, click on send. This is where you would enter the address that you're sending to. And then you enter an amount. This up arrow, if you click this up arrow, it'll send your total balance, or it'll enter your entire balance here. This will give you, okay, what is that amount in dollars? And then a fee. So every transaction you send over the Bitcoin network will cost you something. There's a default, normal. This measurement, sat per B, is Satoshis per byte. Satoshi is the smallest division of Bitcoin. It's 1/10,000,000th of a Bitcoin. So it's kind of the Bitcoin equivalent of cents in the US. So 6 Satoshis per byte. So you're paying by the size of the transaction. Most of the time, normal is fine. In fact, most of the time you could even pay less. But watch out when we're at high traffic times, when the price is going nuts. Make sure that you're paying enough to get your transaction to go through. If you don't pay enough, other people who have opted to pay more will be in line in front of you, and their transactions will get serviced before yours will. And in times of really high transaction volume, there have been times when this fee goes up very high, and if you're not paying a high fee, you'll sit in the pool of unprocessed transactions for hours, days at a time. So something to learn about and monitor. Generally, it will not be a problem. If you want to receive Bitcoin, especially if you're transferring Bitcoin, sending we normally think about as paying. But you can think about these in terms of transferring between exchanges too. If you want to send Bitcoin that you own on, let's say, Coinbase to your hardware wallet, you would go to receive. And this is how you generate a address. This is how you generate an address to send Bitcoin to. This notation is related to how numerous addresses are stored. Your wallet can actually store a very, very long list of addresses that are all generated from the same starting point. So by default, every time you click to get an address from your wallet, you're going to have a new address. It'll generate a new address that is related to but different from the addresses it's generated before. So you can send to the same address by clicking here, it'll show it, and you can go use it. Otherwise, you can click more addresses and generate a fresh address for this transfer. And some of the reason you would do this is, remember that the public ledger is public. It's sitting out in cyberspace for everyone to see. So as soon as you interact with someone, especially people who run businesses and accept Bitcoin, as soon as somebody interacts with you, as soon as they send you a payment, they can now look at all payments and thereby balances to that address. So generating a brand new address is a way to split up payments so that people can't see a total balance. The same person who paid you at the current fourth address, if you generate a fifth address, won't know that the two addresses are linked. So it's kind of a way to establish a little bit of anonymity. And that's all we're going to do for the Trezor demo. We'll handle the Ethereum side of using the Trezor in a separate video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below, and thanks for watching.